Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Dorian.
And I'm Job, and this is KHS News.
Seniors, pay close attention because starting off today's show, Justin and Kay give you the rundown on everything you need to know for the rest of the year.
Check it out.
The senior trip deadline was January 19th, but the final payment is due March 6th. So Bulldogs, if you're going on a trip, be sure to get your final payment in. Next is ProGrad. Confused on ProGrad? Well, let me help you out and clear up any confusion. ProGrad is a drug-free party to help design students spend their special night on graduation. ProGrad is May 28th, and there are meetings held throughout the semester. For those time and dates, click the link in the bio description below. Hey Bulldogs, are you ready to come best dressed in student side? Well, prom is definitely the place for that. May 9th, prom will be held at the House in Blues. Tickets will be sold at all lunches, and prices will be right here. Last but not least, the one we've all been waiting for, graduation. Graduation will be held at the Smart Financial Center May 28th at 4 o'clock. And Bulldogs, remember, if you're planning on attending college, make sure you do what I like to call the high five. Apply, housing, scholarships, financial aid, and immunizations. Enough of me talking. I hope you have a wonderful second semester.
A lot happened in this recent news this past week.
That's very true. Here's Luke and Grant with a new segment, Last Week Today.
I'm Luke.
And I'm Grant.
And today we'll be going over bits of news that occurred over the past week that were too small to make a full video about,
But interesting enough to mention.
First off, the newest branch of U.S. military known as the Space Force unveiled their official uniforms, and the U.S. population was overall underwhelmed and confused. I think we all hoped it looked a little more like this, and not this.
The owners of an Australian pizzeria cooked a nearly 340-foot pizza to raise money for firefighters battling the country's bushfires. The pizza stretched down the street and was cut into 4,000 slices, being served to a crowd of people donating to the New South Wales Rural Fire Service. Now that's one big pizza pie.
A South African man broke his own Guinness World Record by spending 67 days in a barrel atop a pole. And he surpassed his own record this week atop an 80-foot pole in Dolstrom. And Kruger has gone on the record saying he won't be coming down for another few weeks. Really makes you think.
A pigeon wearing a tiny sombrero in Reno was discovered and has started a debate between animal lovers and lovers of animals and hats, arguing that even though it looks funny, it is extremely inhumane.
It is with a heavy heart that I address a death in America that will reverberate through the country for years to come. Mr. Peanut has passed away. The beloved mascot of the Planters Peanut Company has been announced as deceased by the estate of Mr. Peanut. Gone but not forgotten.
The Super Bowl is right around the corner, and the excitement is at its peak.
Here's Leia, live at Hard Rock Stadium, the home of Super Bowl 54.
Ooh, what's up, Bulldogs? We are here in Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Yes, thank you. So, later this week, we have the most televised showdown here this year. We have the San Francisco 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be Super Bowl 54. Hopefully, you guys are there to watch it. This year's playoffs were insane. We had our hometown of H-Town, the Texans, who lost in the second round. Boo-hoo. But then we had the biggest upset that we've seen. The Ravens and the Patriots both lost to the Titans. Who would have thought that that would happen? The Titans eventually lost to the Chiefs in the championship of the AFC. We also had the Packers versus the Seahawks. I don't think anybody was watching that game. But to finish it off, we have the 49ers and the Chiefs facing off in the showdown this February 2nd. Hope you're pumped for the game. Let us know your picks down in the comments below. And now back to you guys in the studio. Woo!
Job, I heard you had some interesting tips on registering how to vote.
I do have some good tips, and I go over them in this video packet next. Hey, my name is Job, this is KHS News, and here's a quick video teaching you how to register for voting. Are you ready to vote for the first time? If you're a U.S. citizen, meet your state's requirements, and will be 18 by election day, you can vote. But first, you need to register before your state's deadline. Check with your local election office. You can register there or may be able to register online at the Department of Motor Vehicles, or using the National Mail Voter Registration Form. Your election office may send you a vote registration card listing your poll place. On election day, that's where you'll go. When you get there, you may need to show an ID to vote, then fill out your ballot. If you don't know how to ask a poll worker, if you know you won't be able to get there on election day, you may qualify to vote by mail. Remember, voting rules are different in every state. Learn more about voting at us.gov/voting.
Austin had his very first poetry slam this past week.
Here's the video.
Poetry Live is a sophomore event which allowed students and teachers to fully immerse themselves in the world of poetry, going from the medieval times all the way up to modern. And the students had a lot of fun doing this. There was definitely a lot of participation, and overall it was an excellent event. So here are a few clips from Poetry Live.
Be that word our signing party, bird or fiend.
I shrieked upstart.
Get thee back into the tempest and the nice Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as token of the lie thy soul has spoken.
And beware the Jabberwock, my girl, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jub bird and shoe, the fruitiest bandersnatch.
She took her vorpal sword in hand.
Dun, dun, dun.
How you doing now? Wow, this is so exciting. All right, right here. Boom, up to there. Can you let everyone know the name of my love? What was this? She's a silent one. She's shy.
Sighing like a furnace, it's got out a big sigh. With a woeful ballad made to his mistress eyebrow. Now may say, hey girl, I like them eyebrows. There you go. All right, and get you over here. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, there suddenly came a tap, as if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. It's now.
All right, you guys are all good to go. Cool. All right, yeah. We will see you all in your class later, or some of you in your classes later.
Districts for swim have started this year, Bulldogs.
Here's Grant with some information on your Bulldog swim team.
Districts for Swim was this past Saturday. Here's some highlights. Here's the 100 freestyle, with Josh Lukes placing 2nd place, Nathan Nelson Archer placing 5th place, Nishant Shah placing 7th place, and Kevin Chow placing 8th place. Here's Lawrence Gomez placing 2nd place in the 100 breaststroke. Here's me placing 1st place in the 50 free. Here's the boys 200 freestyle relay, where Austin High School placed 3rd place.
In tragic news, this past Sunday we lost Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and 7 others in a helicopter crash.
Included in the crash was former University of Houston baseball player John Altobelli and his wife and daughter, Carrie and Alyssa Altobelli.
We mourn for the loss of the Altobelli family and the 4 other victims of the crash.
In this video, we reflect on the life of Kobe Bryant.
Breaking news in this Sunday afternoon, 5-time NBA champion, former league MVP Kobe Bryant died earlier this afternoon in Los Angeles in a helicopter crash. News.
And I like that Phil Jackson leaving this group on the floor. Letting him get one final ovation. The shot clock's going to wind down, then the Magic will inbound. Many of the Magic fans still here, as they'll want to applaud their Orlando Magic for their accomplishments this year. There are also a number of Laker fans that have been here throughout the arena, ready to celebrate a championship. There's the final seconds. As the buzzer sounds, it's official. The Lakers are NBA champions once again. LA wins the 2009 NBA title.
On January 26th, this past Sunday, NBA legend Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter Gianna Bryant were among 9 people killed in a helicopter crash in Calabasas, California. Bryant and others were commuting to the Mamba Academy for basketball practice. Bryant was more than just a legendary basketball player. A father of four and the founder of the Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Family Foundation, Bryant attributed to charity, his hometown community, and his local community in Los Angeles. 41-year-old Bryant was also an avid writer and recently won an Oscar in 2019 for a 6-minute poem titled Dear Basketball, written in 2015. Bryant is survived by 3 children and his wife, Vanessa Bryant. He will be missed dearly.